Today's guest built a $120 million company at 21 years old.
A student kicked out of Columbia University. He is Roy Lee.
Roy Lee.
Hello, my name's Roy Lee. I run a $100 million AI startup with my best friends in the heart of New York City. Exactly 1 year ago, actually, I was a very broke college student who had never made any money at all except for fucking SAT tutoring when I was in high school. In the past year, I figured out how to scale 2 apps to doing millions of dollars in revenue. I've gone through the gauntlet many times at this point, and I realize now the exact methods that can take someone to going from $0 a month to now doing literally unfathomable amount more. There's almost infinite ways to get to $10,000 a month. There's very fewer ways to get to $100,000 a month, and there's much fewer ways to get to $1 million a month and beyond. Very fortunately for you, if you just want $10,000 a month, there's almost nothing you have to get right. In this whole vector, the only thing in here is a bunch of things that you can't get wrong. Here are exactly 3 principles that I'm going to share with you on how you can start making your first $10,000 a month online. The first step is figuring out how to actually reframe the problem mentally in your head so you actually understand what you're trying to do with the shallow goal of making $10,000 a month online. The second step is figuring out how you're actually going to build something that people can even pay for, build the thing that is going to get you to $10,000 a month online. And the third thing is figuring out how to market it. I'll tell you how to do each one of these steps, and hopefully by the end of the video, I'll have convinced you that you yourself can go make $10,000 a month, and I will have given you the exact playbook for doing it, because this is the exact playbook that I took to get unfathomably amounts more at the young age of 22 within a year. So buckle up. So very broadly, I'm pretty much only going to be talking about one concept here, and that concept is software as a service. SaaS, subscription-based software products, fucking print. These are the closest that you'll ever get to anything like passive income, because when something lives on the cloud, you know, pretty much every physical passive income business is not really a passive income business. Vending machines need a runner to go around and restock the vending machines, take the money out. They need someone to report to. Someone needs to put the vending machines there. There's overhead, there's operations, there's physical space that these physical businesses take, whether it's washing machine, washing car business, whether it's laundry business, whether it's rental ATM business, whatever the fuck it is. If it's physical, it requires physical humans to do shit. Whereas if your product is digital, then all you have to do, like all the marketing can be digital, all the space it contains is digital. It's just code that lives on the cloud, and all you have to do is accept payments via your payment provider. So it really is, software really is the closest thing to a passive business model out there. Within software companies, there's pretty much relatively broadly 2 spaces that you can build in. You can either build a website, a web app. You go to like backgroundremover.com and you can remove backgrounds of images with AI, or you can build a mobile app, and mobile app is another almost guaranteed way to print this much money. Mobile apps are, you know, like apps that you download off the App Store, and these 2 are the ways that you should be looking to make your first bit of money. Again, don't expect this to be something that you really invest your entire life into. You should pursue it doggedly, but I think where this video really differs from other startup videos is I'm not actually telling you guys how to pursue your life dream here. I'm not even telling you guys how to find your life dream. I'm just telling you guys how to exploit the current existing exploit that exists in the world that will lead with you making a bunch of money online. Nobody taking this route is going to end up making billions of dollars. Very few will end up even making tens of millions of dollars, but you can almost reliably, in fact, guaranteedly just make roughly $10,000 a month online. So officially, part 1 is a whole reframing of the problem. So understand that when you're thinking about numbers at this relatively small scale, in fact, this actual absolutely minuscule scale, $10,000 a month is literally no money at all. That's 500 people paying for a $20 a month subscription for literally anything. I'm gonna give some advice that might sound counterintuitive, but honestly, you don't need to build anything good. You just need to build something that convinces 500 people to click the buy button for 20 bucks a month. This is really simple. If you think even in your own life, when's the last time you felt like you wasted $20? When's the last time you got upcharged $20 for something, like you overpaid $20 for a meal, you accidentally tipped an extra 25% instead of 20%? There's so many times in your life where you just drop $20 on the ground, like you get baited by some fucking TikTok ad. That is it. That is the level of exploit you need in order to convince someone to pay you essentially just $10,000 a month, because it really is not a gargantuan amount of money. And everyone will tell you you need to build a phenomenal product, you need to build like the best thing ever. It's not true. You just need to mentally convince people that they should pay $20 for whatever the fuck you're selling. And whatever you're selling really does not have to be defensible, durable. It does not have to be designed beautifully. It does not have to be good at all. All your job is to convince 500 people, which is really fucking simple. So that's why this is not really startup advice. It's probably not even advice that's good for the world, but it's advice that can make you $10,000 a month. So in reality, the only game that you're playing here is, can I actually perform something online that convinces 500 people to do something? And in my perspective, this is tantamount. The easiest way to do it, this is tantamount to saying, can I grow an Instagram or TikTok account to 10,000 followers? And if you were to ask any influencer in the entire world, hey, what percent of the population do you think could grow a TikTok account to 10,000 followers? They would say probably literally 100% of the population. Anybody could do it because one, it's really much easier than people think, and two, nobody else is doing it. If you think of in your entire friend group and family, like all the associated people that you actually know, how many of them do you think have genuinely made a meaningful attempt at getting 10,000 followers on any social media platform? Almost none of them, because people think that it's cringe. So understand that the problem needs to be reframed entirely. When you're making $10,000 a month, when you're aiming to do that online, you're not actually trying to build a generational, defensible, durable company. Your idea does not have to be anywhere near as exciting or big as ambitious as Airbnb and Uber. You don't even need to build something particularly that works that well. All you have to do is convince 500 people to do something. And when you are in the small market here of just 500 people, then there's enough essentially retards in the world that you can literally just build like a very shitty thing and just play a full marketing game. So to $10,000 a month, you can literally brute force your way there, literally just marketing. So the whole video, you can honestly skip the rest of the video. The rest of the video is going to explain to you, it is going to be me explaining how exactly you're going to market a piece of bullshit for $20 a month and get 500 people to pay. Let's first talk about the building, because, you know, I say piece of bullshit. I say this whatever fucking thing that you don't actually have to build anything great or defensible or durable or meaningful. And that's true if your only goal is $10,000 a month. But how do you even build that? Because honestly, most of you watching have honestly never built anything that anybody will use ever. There's almost a 0% chance that you, if you're watching this video, will have ever built and published something that other people can go check out on the internet and click the buy button for. There's almost a 0% chance that you've done this. So first, let's figure out how to do it. And the fucking cheat code right now is just vibe coding. Like, everyone is vibe coding. It's the simplest way to build an app with a buy button. It's the simplest way to get something online that has a buy button. So go to one of the vibe coding apps, you know, go to Lovable, go to Rourke, build a mobile app or build a web app. And it really doesn't matter what your idea is. If you just can't think of any idea, then just Google up startup ideas or ask ChatGPT like mobile app printing mobile app ideas, and it will give you something. Because just remember, the idea is really unimportant. The only thing you can't do with your idea is make it super niche. The only thing you cannot do in this ideation phase is try and not be very stupid about what the idea is. The stupidest ideas will print. You know, if you just decide, fuck it, I'm gonna build a calendar app, fuck it, I'm gonna build a to-do list app, those ideas are printable ideas. The only ideas that are not printable ideas are the ideas that you take 3 months conjuring, where it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna build a data visualizers for researchers in University of Oklahoma. Like, that idea is not a printable idea. So stick with the stupidest possible idea. Google online 10 company ideas, ask ChatGPT, and just go to Lovable and build it out. Make sure that you do this very quickly, because the biggest point of drop off in this entire journey, mentally masturbate yourself to the idea that you're gonna go out and make some money, and you're never gonna build anything, and you're never gonna try to market anything, because ultimately you're a little lazy piece of shit. But for the 10% of you, maybe 10% of you that actually might be interested in taking some action and improving your life, the biggest point of drop off for you will be that you are unable to build your product. Because even a piece of bullshit, it's relatively hard to get a piece of bullshit out. As much as you want to make the product as shitty as possible, even if you scope it down literally just to a buy button for a website with literally nothing on it, that in itself will be almost probably more work than any of you have individually done for any part of your life ever. It's just a lot of work. There's a lot of shit that you have to figure out. You have to make a Stripe account. You got to link your bank account. There's a lot that goes into this. So understand that even making a piece of bullshit is going to take longer than you think. So really lock in. Do not try to overcomplicate your idea. Pick the simplest possible idea, because I promise you, you're not convincing 5 million people to buy your thing. You're convincing 500 of hopefully the most retarded people in all of America to pay $20 a month for your thing. So really do not overcomplicate the idea. Think about all the stupid times and all the stupid purchases you've made that cost $20. Use that to guide your theory in how stupid and simple your product can be. And once you have that idea locked in, build it on Lovable. Just remind yourself this is the hardest part, and just get it out there. Because once you have a piece of bullshit out there with the buy button, then we can move on to the final step. Phase 3, 0 to 10K a month. Pretty much much the only thing you have to worry about here is organic marketing. What is organic marketing? Organic marketing is marketing that's not ads. You don't pay for ads. You don't do anything. You just make TikToks and Instagram shorts on your own. Understand that literally nobody is doing this. Genuinely, there might be 20 companies in the world who I think are truly making a meaningful attempt at marketing their product organically. The truth is that every single person is too embarrassed to put their face in front of the camera. Genuinely think about how few people you know who are actually taking a meaningful swing at making content online. Literally nobody is doing this. And when you're confronted with that reality, that percentage, you're not just surrounded by a bunch of insecure, non-social media, like pilled friends. You are literally surrounded by the average human. That is what the average human thinks about content. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. My friends and family are gonna see this, because this is the most natural human reaction to, like going out publicly. The evolutionary response that's wired in us is not to stand out from the crowd, not to be a fucking hero, not to expose all our weaknesses and insecurities. So posting on social media is one of the most biologically counterintuitive things that a human can ever do. So understand that there's an actual reason why people are not posting, and the fact is nobody else is posting online. So you're pretty much competing with literally nobody except other influencers. Most influencers don't have a product that they're shilling at all. In fact, all they do is like shake ass on TikTok. The amount of other founders who are trying to market their product that you're actually competing with, it's literally like fucking 14 dudes. If you actually just understand this and then play the quantity game, that's pretty much the entirety of the step. The entirety of the step is understand that nobody else is doing it, and for that reason, you should take the leap. I'm telling you right now, this is alpha. This is like a fucking exploit that's not been taken advantage of, because if you agree with me logically, then you must also agree that, okay, like it seems like the thing that I could do is not be a little pussy and start posting online, because obviously I agree with Roy here. It is anti-biological to be posting online, which is the reason why nobody's doing it, which is the reason why it's a non-saturated space, which is the reason why you can succeed. So if you agree with those things, then just start fucking posting online. Even if you genuinely have Down syndrome and you cannot understand what makes a viral video viral, I promise you, if you just make 1,000 posts trying to talk about your product in some way or form, you will get to 10,000 followers. Like, this is just inevitable. And when you can get to 10,000 followers of people who have seen nothing but posts about your product, you're gonna make 10K a month. Like, it's literally inevitable. It's just how the world works. There's so few people doing it. People literally want to be marketed to. They want to see an ad. They want to, on occasion, get the dopamine rush of hitting the buy button on some retarded bullshit. Just understand, people literally want this. So give them what they want. Give them the opportunity to dopamine rush and just click your buy button. The way to get there is just by spam posting. I say this all the time, that actually matters that you're young. You have an advantage if you're young, but it doesn't matter if you're old. Just keep talking to the camera, keep talking about your product. And in the free time you have, if your video is really not going viral, maybe go work on your bullshit product and make it at least seem like a little bit less bullshit. 2 months max, if you are working every single day, coding your thing, getting it out, posting online, then you'll never need to figure out ads. You'll never need to hire a sales team. You'll never need to hire anybody else, actually, because all this is very doable by just one person. You will 100% reliably get an account to 10,000 followers. And after that, you're done. You can just sit and print. Because again, software is the only source of passive income in the entire world, except for like stock dividends or whatever bullshit. There's literally nothing else you can do that will not take up physical space, take up physical labor. Software as a service, subscription-based software businesses, you can literally just make your little bullshit thing and just enjoy the digital real estate you have for essentially forever on the internet. Pretty much this video boils down into, one, realize that when you're going for something, when you're shooting for something as small as $10,000 a month, understand what you're actually searching for is a method to exploit 500 very stupid people into pressing a buy button and getting a dopamine rush, which is actually the easiest thing ever. I know that sounds so predatory, but it really isn't. I mean, people are eager to buy things. People love to buy things. People are looking for things to buy. When you walk into a shopping mall, you're literally walking around looking for things to buy, because you get a dopamine rush when you buy things that, even if they aren't useful, seem useful. Because the actual value you might be giving these people, even if your thing is genuinely bullshit floating air garbage, the actual value you're giving these people is the opportunity to spend 20 bucks to feel like they're doing something with their lives. So understand, even there is a core value prop that you have. So first, understand that the actual thing you're figuring out is a way to convince 500 people to press a $20 a month buy button. Second, figure out how to build the product, and do not overthink your idea. Please do not, for the love of God, do not overthink your idea. It's way, way harder than you think to get something out there. And finally, when you have a little bullshit thing out there, just sit and spam fucking TikToks and Instagram. Try and copy the people in on your niche, but even if you didn't have a phone, even if you gave an African villager and you recorded him and you posted 1,000 clips of him, that account will also grow to 10,000 followers. Maybe not exactly that account. It might take more than 1,000 posts, but hopefully you're not fucking 60 IQ and you can actually understand the English words that I'm speaking. And if you have enough rationality for that and you have the IQ necessary to do that, then you also have the IQ necessary to realize, hey, maybe I should stop making videos that keep getting 200 views. Maybe I should try something different. So obviously, if you're watching the video, you have the requisite IQ needed to, on your maybe 500th post, lock in and try something different, and eventually you'll find something that wins. And when you find something that wins, that will be your ticket to 10K a month. The reality is nobody else is doing this shit. Nobody else is building products. Nobody else is making content. So you are competing against nobody. Just lock in. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid about anything except your idea, and just don't give up, because most of you are gonna give up. And I will literally be so surprised if even one of you ends up at the stage of 1,000 Instagrams or TikToks posted. If even a single viewer watching this video ends up at that stage, DM me. I will Venmo you $500 and go meet you personally, because nobody's doing this shit. Everybody gives up because everybody's a little bitch pussy who doesn't actually want to improve their lives in any meaningful regard. There's a bunch of low agency people who just want to doom scroll on and watch fucking YouTube all day and live and see other guys live their dream lives like me. And that's why I'm be fucking all your hoes, and that's why y'all gonna be bitchless till the day that you die, because you can't take any fucking action with your lives. So if you don't want that to be you, then make sure you stick around for next week of the Roy Lee Talk Show and get to building, guys.